Hi, I'm Joanne Carey. Welcome back to my channel. And today I have what one listener said was a powerfully positive message. The guides really speak to what we need to hear right now, focusing on our thoughts, what it means when we come together with two or more people, and how we can navigate the challenges and the times that we are in right now as a humanity in the most easeful and graceful way that we can. I hope you enjoy this beautiful message. We are pleased to be here, and we are pleased to be having this discussion with this beautiful, bright group of beings. You may recall, some of you who have been doing the channeling for some time, you may recall that in the beginning, many of the messages that you received were all about love. And you questioned in many cases, why are they talking again about love, about love, about love? You got so sick of hearing about love. And do you recall the answer that we gave at the time and that many of your guides gave you at the time? It was that you needed to hear it again and again and again until you were it, until you absorbed it, until you believed it, until you embodied it. And so the message that we bring you today, some of you will have heard, and we ask you to hold in your mind that exact reason. And you will hear messages similar to the one that we will bring through to you today in other forms, in other places. And again, if you ask yourself, why are you hearing them? It is because you need to hear them. It is important for you to not just listen to the words that are said by your guide teams through this one here, but it is for you to apply them in the life that you live. That, dear ones, is the opportunity you have. For it is only through embodying the wisdom of your channels, through the wisdom that you have, the information that you bring forth, it is only through its embodiment in your physical beingness, in your daily lives, that your lives change. So what is it that we wish to talk about today, you may be wondering? And that we will start with is to be aware of the thoughts and the stories that you tell yourself. And then, as you become aware, as you set the intention in every moment to be aware of the thoughts that are cruising around in your mind, both in the forefront and in the far back lot of your mind, where there is just a whisper, where it is almost unconscious to you, it is to set the intention to bring all of those voices, all of those stories, all of those thoughts, those words, those beliefs to your present consciousness in the moment that you are in, so that you can be aware of what you are creating with. For it is through every thought that you are thinking to yourself, every words that you are saying to yourself and others, all the words that you are consuming through the media, through others, that is creating your next reality. And this is difficult, we would say. It is difficult for the lower the vibration you are in, the longer it takes for a manifest thought to become outpictured in your reality. The longer it takes to go from the energetic creation point and the focus of your moment of now until it becomes a outpicturing in your experience. And that might be a wonderful experience, or that might be one that you do not prefer. But because the distance between thought, focus at that time is so long, you forget. And then you think in that moment that you're in that you have done something wrong in this now moment, that you are not doing something right. When in fact it was what happened those many moments ago that are in fact creating the moment you're having now. And so to get hard on yourself in this now moment about what you're experiencing has no point, for it doesn't help you in creating your next now moment that you wish. So it is best to be aware, set the intention to be aware of the thoughts that you're thinking on all levels, the thoughts you are consuming on all levels, and decide in this now moment, the moment that you're creating in, whether it is something that you are going to prefer in the future. Is this feeling good to you? Is it feeling expansive to you? Is it feeling filled with love? Or is it feeling filled with fear, with overwhelm, with worry, with criticism, with judgment of self or others. Those lower frequencies, lower density vibrations will coat your next experiences in the same. And we know you understand that it is not a fleeting thought that comes to your mind, but it is where your attention continues to focus. And then, as you know, where two or more gather and they begin to focus on the same intention, the same thoughts, the same words, the same stories, that creates a snowball of energy for the good, what you may be perceiving as good, or for what you may, in some later moment, think of as not so good. But it is your power that is creating the next moments of your reality. And collectively, all of your energy goes together, and that creates the collective reality in a future now moment. And so your greatest challenge in now and in the months of your time to come is to be aware of what thoughts you are creating from, and to choose again and again and again and again and again and again. And can we say again, so that you can choose a different path, that you can choose a different future now moment, one that you might prefer, one that will be supportive to you and to all of your fellows, all of humanity in the moments to come. Because you may sit here in a moment like this, you may sit here in a high vibrational container, you may hear divine wisdom and feel your energy lifting. But if you leave a container and then you go back to doing the same thing that you've been doing, that is something you're not wanting to see out pictured, you are just discarding the benefit you have by knowing who you are, by being able to lift your vibrational frequency and to choose again to lift it. You are the leaders of light. You are the way showers of the way showers. And it is critical for you to do your work, for you to walk and role model this to others, and to not allow yourselves to become prey to the lower vibrational field. For your higher vibration lifts others. Unless you allow yourself, agree to, consciously or unconsciously agree to the lower vibrational stories, words, thoughts, vibrations, the frequency. And there are many different frequencies. And through your choice, in your moment, choosing the highest that you can in any moment, and then in any next moment, choosing the next highest feeling you can feel, the next highest thought you can choose, you will continue to move upwards. You will continue to have new layers of reality appear to you. And you may go out of resonance with people around you. They may still be playing on a different playing field where you have lifted and are playing on a new playing field, all within the same reality that you are in. No one's going anywhere. You are here to embody your spirit in form. You're here to embody your spirit in form and to live and to feel and to express everything that means in the physical form. And so you can feel and live your experiences at whatever vibration you care to. But we would suggest that the more preferable, the more enjoyable, the more joy-filled, delightful, magical path is one where you continue to choose in every now moment the next highest thought, the next highest path, the next highest emotion that you can from wherever you are in every now moment. Because we are not saying to try to believe that the world that you see around you, that the experiences that you are having are all delightful. They actually are all delightful to your soul. But to the human who's living it in the physical experience, it may not feel so delightful in any now moment. But in every now moment, you get to choose. You are the creator of your next now moment based on how you are feeling in your experience in this now moment. And so once you feel the feeling you're feeling in the moment that you are in, you can reflect to yourself, is this something I wish to feel again? Is there a new feeling that I can feel now that I've felt this one? Let me focus on something that brings me joy. Let me focus on something that brings me love, delight, laughter, play. to shift my vibration so that I'm now creating from a different frequency. And you get to do this from whatever state you are in. When you choose from wherever you are, the next best feeling, even if it just happens to be neutral, that is getting you one step closer. And every moment, choose the next highest feeling, the next emotion, the next best thing. And you will move through this with much more ease than if you were wearing blinders. So we know that some of you are thinking that you know this, that you get it, and we understand that you've heard it. And this goes back to our very first comment around you're going to continue to hear it until you're fully embodying it in every now moment, where you're able to maintain your frequency at the highest level you can in every now moment, regardless of what is spinning around in your reality, regardless of what is going on in your circumstances out pictured in your world. You're doing very well, you know. We gave an image to our channel earlier this morning about being in the middle of a marathon. And you're feeling tired and your muscles are sore and you wonder when this is going to end. But you have been prepared, you've practiced, you've trained, you are prepared for the moment that you are in right now. And yes, you're in the middle of a marathon. And yes, you may be struggling at times, but know that just up ahead there's a water station, that just up ahead there's someone cheering you on. And we are cheering you on from this moment that you are in, and we are cheering you on in every moment that you ever will have. You can do it. You will make it through this challenging time. You will make it. You're that powerful, that great, that resilient, that delightful. Take a deep breath in and just allow it all to flow through you. Allow source light to pour in through you, filling you up, allowing you to lift to the highest you can as you sit in this field, as you remain in this field, as the energy we have percolated through continues to move through you, to aid you, to weave you to the highest that you can hold in this moment that you are in, and to allow you to know just how much you are loved and how encouraged you are. How we encourage you to keep going one step at a time, and how we'll continue to share with you just what you need to hear to move you to the next highest step in your path. For indeed, you are always in motion, and you are indeed always moving forward. Higher, 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 even if it doesn't feel that way in the moment. Trust that everything is happening for you, and watch where your thoughts are in every now moment that you are in. We send you great blessings, much love, and for now, we are complete. If you like that message from my team, please like it, share it, turn on notifications, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on other messages just for you.